ahead. Big rock, Alasdair! Hold on to your hats. Whoa! I'm going to try and just go to the left of this white stuff. That's first ingress of water. Brilliant crack. Aye, out again. Something a wee bit different this time. Currently in Fasnakyle. You can probably see the Fasnakyle power station behind me there on the River Glass, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be packrafting, myself and my brother, from Fasnakyle in Glass to Beauly over a couple of days, with a wee overnight wild camp somewhere along the way. So looking forward to that. We've lugged the stuff down to the river, which you can just see here, and we're just going to get the boats inflated. So there's Alasdair just down there where we stashed the stuff, and that's the river. This is where we're going to be putting in, and we've got 25 miles or so to go, but like I say, that's going to be over a couple of days. You alright, Al? Aye. Spot on. Right, see you down at the boat. Cool, so that's the boats all rigged up, set up. You can see where we are in relation to Fasnakyle power station, just a wee bit further down the river, and we're heading off in that direction for about 25 miles. Yeah, I've just spun around to give you an idea of where we've set off from. Just the bank there to my right, and that's Fasnakyle power station up ahead. Right, so let's head down the river. Shallow fast bits coming up. Right, so this is the first fast bit that we've got just coming up. Oh, this isn't too bad. Oh. Right. So, run aground a wee bit there. This is what we were more concerned about than anything else. Rather than white water was just the shallow bits, you know. How's that? Oh. Hammer through. Alasdair, you've got stones here.
I know, but I'm stuck in the rock here.
Right, so Alasdair's stuck a wee bit. He's... pull out here. Don't know if you got that there, but Alasdair was having a wee bit of trouble in the shallows. That was my main concern about this Packraft trip, was the shallow water in this bit here. We've got another white water bit coming up, so it's about trying to pick the best line here without getting stuck in the shallows. It's not too bad, this one. Oh, still a big one there, big rock. That's not too bad. Spin around and see how Alasdair's getting on.
I should hit the bottom at the start of it.
We've been through the first bumpy bit. I think that's one of the fastest bits of the whole river that we're doing. So don't be expecting a whitewater extreme adventure. Opening out nicely into the strath now, out of the trees, and we're just approaching Comer. Okay, so it looks like I spoke too soon. We've got a wee fast rapid run here. Quite cool, you can feel the boat accelerating. I'm going to try and just go to the left of this white stuff. That's first ingress of water. Brilliant crack. Ho ho! Oh, that was good fun. I think there's going to be little bits of white water that I'm not expecting on this river, so just have a wee spin round and see how Alasdair's getting on. Alright, Al?
Yep.
Superb. There was actually another wee bit of rapids there that didn't film. There was a fisherman there, so just wanted to get past as quick as possible so as not to disturb him too much. Anyway, we're approaching, what would you say is this? Comer?
Approaching Comer Farm, right?
Approaching Comer Farm.
On the left.
Alright, so just having a chill out, letting the current take us for a wee while. I'll give you a wee spin around. That's looking up Struffglass towards sort of Glen Affric area, and that's the hill you can see dead ahead there. It's Bennyhearin. That's the first proper hill that I climbed as a youngster back at youth club days. Oh, better watch where I'm going. Anyway, I head down to the bridge. A big rock there. Oh, big rock. There we go. Oh, ho, ho. Nearly got me. I've got another rapid here. I think I'm going to try and attack it at the far side. Try and stay away from shallower bits. It's a bit faster there, but the more annoying thing is getting stuck in the shallow. There we go. A bumpy ride, but ho, ho, ho. Oh, big rock, you see it? Ahead. Big rock, Alasdair. Bluebells are lovely though. No, is that bluebells? No, no, it's not. Right, stop looking at the plants, concentrate on the river. There's 2 or 3 rivers that join the River Glass on the way down on this trip, and this is the first one. That's looking up the River Canich, which heads up Glen Canich. It comes from Malardach down Glen Canich and into the River Glass. Next river I think that joins it, or the next decent sized river anyway that joins the Glass, is the River Farrer. And I think that's where it turns into the River Beauly, isn't it?
Correct.
Aye. And the whole river becomes the River Beauly. So anyway, there's some more rapids up ahead. I'll click you back on once we get there. Okay, so here we are. We're going to go through another wee fast bit here, just past the junction pool. The River Canich. Oh, nice and easy. It's good, these bits. Get a bit of progress down the river, you know. Oh, down by that tree. Yeah, things like hidden rocks that are submerged or fallen trees with sharp branches are just an absolute nightmare for Packrafts. Now, here we go. Immediately got another wee bit of rapids. I'm just spotting a good spot for camping there. Ah, that's quite good. Right, so what line are we going to take here, people? Ah, just go straight down the middle, I think. Here we go. Hold on to your hats. Whoa! Yeah, trees like that could possibly be a problem, you know. Jabbing straight into the side of the Packraft. Another one. And it's get quite close to this line of where this tree is, but not actually too close. There's a rock there. Try and get away from that. don't know if you can make out there just through the trees. There's a wee house there. There's a holiday cottage that I used to help cut the grass at the postman's cottage. Anyway, it's an awful bonny vista here. There's Alasdair up ahead. Make a fair bit of pace, just letting the river carry you. I mean, you can see here. I've walked slower than that. So we're making good progress down the river. Just approaching Balmore. The river's quite fast here. It was quite slow and shallow for a bit earlier on. It's a good flow here. There's some rocks ahead there, Alasdair, can you see them? But everything's going to plan. We've got the wind at our backs. And the rain's staying off, so we're all good. It's a fairly benign river, but you've still got to show it some respect, because I'm sure it could humble you quite easily. So for example, these rocks here, you go up against the side of those with the side of your boat, you could get stuck for a wee while. So we'll keep to the left of this shallow bits here. Another submerged or semi-submerged rock there. Little fishing hut at Balmore. I think I remember swimming here when I was a youngster. Anyway, let's crack on. The bluebells are looking bonny. So we're making quite good progress. We're just past Glassburn on the way down the river. We've stopped for a wee spot of lunch at this shingly sort of beachy bit. I'm going to have a bit of soup, and I think Alasdair's going to have a couple of energy bars, because he's stuff's at the bottom of his bag and he's not going to open it. So we've got a bit of rain now. Just had some lunch, some soup that I spilt half off on the deck, which wasn't great. There's some really shallow rapids up ahead, so we're going to portage past those, but Alasdair's going to try walking this raft across them like a dog. So yeah, like I say, we've got a bit of rain now, and we're going to get back on the water past those rapids and head for camp. You can see here where it's just too shallow, even for the Packrafts. I mean, we've been getting stuck in about 4 inches of water, but it's managing 6 inches. That's sort of looking about the 3 inch depth. But aye, we're going to get back in, and then we've got a wee rapid ahead of this spit of land. Right, well, that's us back in the water after a wee bite to eat. We're just going to get through this wee rapid here. Alasdair was telling me he was looking on one of the canoeing websites, and there was and a bit of a nasty strainer. Don't know if you can see it across there. It was a bit of a bridge. You can see part of it there on the bank on the left hand side. That was right across the river. They had a hell of a mission to pull it off. But anyway, we've gone through these quick rapids here now. I would say we're about halfway to where we want to be camping. Yeah, let's just get on through there, absolutely fine. Motoring. Brilliant. Just to give you an idea of sort of pace we're going, I'm not paddling at all here, and hopefully you can make out the bank on the other side going past. Well, what you're saying, we're currently going 3 miles an hour, which is a pretty decent pace. Certainly faster than me walking, I think. I don't know if you can also make out the river bed there, the stones in the river bed. We're flying past at a rate of knots. There are some other trees that are quite hazardous. It's quite a good camping spot there. This has got to be one of the widest parts of the river. You can see, you know, from one bank to the next. It must be a good 400 metres, something along those lines. Bit more effort required paddling here. So yeah, it's a really slow part of the river, this. It's quite cool that trees roots that you can see there. Pretty mint. I think Alasdair said he'd just seen a salmon. So we're in the meandering, slow section of the river here, and it really is quite slow progress. Tough at the arms, you know. Got it lightly in the first section. The river was carrying and doing most of the work. We just kind of had to steer, but you know, a lot of effort required. Here's a wee bit of evidence of the wildlife in the area. You can see the beavers have been at that tree. Hopefully you can make that out in the wide angle. Hopefully we'll be able to make out the holes in the sandy bank there. You'll see sand martins coming out of them. Maybe all gone. That's where they live. Maybe see more a bit further down. Alright, there they are. Aye. Plenty of wildlife along the way. We've seen a couple of heron, a few mallards, these sand martins. And I haven't seen a beaver, but we've seen evidence of a beaver. Just ahead you can see the Mould Bridge. We're going to pull in there for a wee while and stretch our legs. We've been in the boat for a while now. I think it must be getting on for 5 o'clock. We set off from Fasnakyle at, was it 11 o'clock, Alasdair? Yes. It was 11 o'clock, so we've been on the go for a wee while. Yeah, and the last few, well, last couple of hours have been pretty slow on the slow deep water, so we're going to pull in here for 5 minutes. We just stopped for a wee while at Mould Bridge here now. You can see it behind me there, the bridge itself. Alasdair's just re-rigging his bag. It was kind of a bit loose and wobbly, so we've got that sorted now and we'll get back on the water. I would say it's about another hour and a half to where we're looking to camp. Okay, we're just approaching a part of the river where we're going to get joined by the River Farrer, which you can see coming in there. hopefully. And at this point, the confluence turns, and at this point, the river turns into the River Beauly. So that's the River Farah. Alright, so we're probably about 10-15 minutes from camp. Just about to overtake a big swan. I hope it doesn't get aggressive with me. Beautiful creature. Sorry, I'm not trying to cause you any hassle. I don't know if you remember or if you've watched it at all, but myself and my brother Alasdair did a walk that we filmed going from Glen Affric across to Strathglass, where we are now, and this is where we arrived in Strathglass at Eskadale. You can maybe see the church through the trees there. But anyway, not too long to go now until we get to camp. Not too far from camp now. Quite glad of that. Yeah, after a pretty grueling day, fun day, really good, we're about to land at camp.
There you go, ref your slot.
Perfect. Wee parking spot just here. Ideal. Cheers, Alistair. What time's that?
It's supposed to be 8 o'clock.
Brilliant. That's us all pretty much packed up, and we're just about to hit the water again for the second half. Shorter day today, but trickier because we've got to get past 2 hydroelectric dams. Obviously we can't packraft through them, so we're going to have to take the boats out of the water and do a bit of road walking. So not looking forward to that bit, but it'll be cool to see the dams. Left no trace as usual where we were camping. Absolutely beautiful spot, probably too pretty for us, like, but beautiful bluebells and whatnot. But anyway, like I say, I'll speak to you again once we're on the water. Okay, so there's a big long straight away from camp, but there was no real flow or noticeable flow in the river, so again, hard going. I'll give you a wee spin around and show you where we've come from. Right down the bottom there, just at the very end of the trees you can see on the left bank of the river. We're just heading towards Agish. It's featured on quite a few of the, I think it was Spring Watch or Autumn Watch or something like that. Was it Spring Watch or Autumn Watch?
I think it was the Autumn Watch.
Autumn Watch, yeah. Don't know how much you'll be able to make out. Hopefully it'll come back across, but there's a red kite flying just above me there. I'll try and get a wee bit closer. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. It's beautiful. Lovely big red kite. Okay, so we're just approaching Ailen Agish, which is an island on the River Beauly. There is a big house on the island, big estate house. Unfortunately we're not going to be able to see that, but you can go around the island to the right there, or to the left here, which is where we're going, and then that'll take us to the gorge. That is Agish Dam up ahead. That's the first of two impassable obstacles really on the river. You've got Agish Dam and Kilmorick Dam. There's a fish lift in both of these dams. This is like an Atlantic salmon run, this, so there's a fish lift, and I think in the Agish Dam you can actually, there's a viewing area, there's sort of like a glass screen where you can see the fish coming up through the lift. But anyway, we're going to have to jump out here and portage past the two dams. It's going to be about a, I don't know, a couple of mile walk, something like that, so we can get back in the river past the Kilmorick Dam and the Cruves, which is like a weir thing that we don't really want to be paddling down either. Alright, so that's us pumping up the boats for the final time. This is the push on to Beauly. We're getting in the water here, which is just down past the Cruves, which is a pretty dodgy weir, and also obviously past the two dams. This gentleman that lives in this house kindly let us jump into the water in his garden. Not a bad place to live, eh? Anyway, let's get on the water. That is us back on the river, thankfully. That walk wasn't the best of fun really. Worst bit was on the road, but we got off the road, no bother in the end, and on a path back down to the river. The gentleman that had the house where we sort of launched from his back garden onto the river, very kind. Sorry I didn't catch your name if you're seeing this in the future, but very kind of you to offer us a cup of tea and a beer, which is superb. The beer was very tempting, but thought, oh, better not. Right, anyway, onwards. We're heading under the Lovett Bridge. I've not had time to set up my GoPro, so don't know how much else you're going to be seeing. Oh, we've got some heavy white stuff up ahead. A big rock there, I think. Yes, there is. Woo! Got a bit wet there. Check Alasdair. Yeah! Woohoo! Fantastic. Just crossing under the main railway line, well, the only railway line north out of Inverness that heads up to Wick and also out to Kyle of Lochal. There's some locals. Alright, well that's it, we've made it to Beauly. We were going to go down to the ferry in Beauly, but it's low tide and there's not a lot of water in the river. There's a bit of a rapid over that way. Don't know if you can see it behind me there. It's just too low, and we just end up having to walk the Packrafts through it. So that's it for this adventure. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.